Okay, so this video, like the last one, is also going to be unscripted, but I'm not going to do a big introduction or build up or whatever. Um, Sam, quit on this video. What? So I'm just gonna say that. But just give me a few minutes to explain. I don't know how long this is, but just watch to the end of the video. So, if you don't know, I've been dealing with copyright for this video essay on a movie I really like called The Train, and like I finished it like I'd say late July, I think, and for a month I've been dealing with copyright issues. I've earlier this week, or earlier about a week ago, I uploaded another draft of the video, and it got tagged again. Like, but this time I had re-edited the entire, not the entire video, but there's parts where there's dialogue with visuals, and none of which are edited. So I just undid any like visual effects I did to them because they weren't working, and I just re-edited the dialogue segments of the movie with screenshots, if that makes sense. So, like, if I'm saying, here's what, but this character said this, this, and this, and then I display a clip of what they're saying, it's just a screenshot of what their physical delivery of the line as they're saying it in the movie, if that makes sense. So I know I'm kind of rambling. This is gonna be a lot more of a ramble video, so just bear with me. So yeah, and so I re-edited the movie with screenshots, well, the video with screenshots, and then I re-uploaded it, and it got tagged again. And it was on a screenshot part, where, like, it was just a frozen frame of our main focus character. Well, he's not the focus of the video essay, but who I was focusing on in that part of the video essay. And, like, it was a screenshot, and I feel like a bot did it, but I don't know if it was a bot, because I don't have a recording of this, unfortunately, but I uploaded the video, and then it uploaded and processed, and then it did the checks. Now, usually the checks go from 0 to 100%, depending on how long the video is. It goes fairly quickly. It's a lot fast. It's been a lot faster than processing and uploading and whatnot. But when it got to 100, it said checks were still in process. Now, for any of these drafts, I have not seen that come up. So it was taking a little longer. Usually it'll happen for like just a few seconds, and it's fine, no big deal. But it went on, the checks were still in process after it got to 100% for like a full minute or two. And then I came back, and then the video was blocked. So I don't know what if MGM has bots that are designed to check stuff twice, but I feel like what they did was the bot checked it and didn't find anything, but somebody on the other side of like this video being uploaded saw the video. It was being prepared and to be put out publicly, and so they did another check through, just like skimmed through and just clicked a part that was random, and like it could have been a bot, so I disputed the claim. And then 2 days later, they still think it's a valid claim. And now what I could do is I could escalate to an appeal, and you can do that right off the bat. But I never am gonna do an appeal, because if your dispute gets rejected, which it's gonna get rejected a lot of the time, even when we're not talking about video essays or movie copyright or whatever. You're probably gonna lose if it's like a big corporation like MGM that's been around for a literal century. And if your dispute gets rejected, what you can do is you can file an appeal, which, like, if you file an appeal, you have to give more contact information, and then the copyright owner has only 7 days to deal with the situation, whereas in a dispute they had 30 days. What they can do is, I don't know if they can just let it expire, but I assume appeals have more priority. But if you win the appeal, then everything's fine, everything's good. But if you lose the appeal, then the company can still retain that copyright claim, and not only that, but your channel will get a copyright strike. So I could appeal it, but given the bad luck I've had throughout this entire process, I doubt it's gonna work. That's just what an appeal is. I've been kind of digressing, but like back to my video. I sent a dispute, and then a few days later, they came back saying their claim was still valid, even though it was on a screenshot. A screenshot of their movie. It is a single screenshot of their movie. And there were a few parts in in earlier drafts, there were a few parts that like were like 2-3 minutes of just uncut scenes. Like no edits were made to them whatsoever. And like now I was already, well, as I was uploading that one, I was already getting ready to export another draft that didn't have them. That didn't have those extended scenes, and I wasn't surprised that they got tagged. Like, I was ready for it. But now it's got, and then I kept having to make more edits. I've had to flip I flipped everything. I like added some like ugly yellow, and well, I mean the purple doesn't look that bad, but there's some scenes where I added it like an ugly yellow vignette and some light rays to where you can barely tell what's happening. I've also had to cut a lot of different parts as well. And I've moved the movie around on the screen. Like, it's zoomed in and out. It's been rotated a bunch, but still, it still is copyright worthy. And now it's got to a point where it's literal single pictures of their movie that are being tagged for copyright. Now, I don't know what their deal is for this whole situation, because like if they don't want the plot of their movie to be spoiled, Wikipedia has the entire plot of the train that you can read in 10 minutes instead of watching a 2-hour movie. Now I encourage you to watch the 2-hour movie, but like people can just access the plot so easily. And of course there's on IMDb there's a bunch of promotional pictures, so like I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, yeah, it just confuses me more than anything. But confusing is like the first like thing for me. Like, I have no idea what their standards are, because they're a big company. They can like bend YouTube's rules however they want. But it's also getting very demotivating. Like, I've been ready. This video's been done for a good long while now. It's been done for like close to a month and a half. I'm ready to put it out, and I'm ready to move on to something else. Now, that's not to say that making the video was like a grueling process. I'd say like probably the only part that I genuinely did not like was recording dialogue. But that was the only part that I genuinely didn't like. I had a blast watching the movie a bunch of times, and like I had an excuse to do it because it was for research and I watched the 2 filmmaker commentaries that were on the DVD that I have. So, and like editing it, I had a blast doing that. Like, I've had some parts were definitely tricky, but I had a great time doing it, and I got it done in like I got it edited in like 2 weeks, which it's for me at least, it's unheard of. But yeah, like this part, but like it's now like I'm ready to work on something else. I have ideas for short films and stuff bouncing around my head. More Thomas adaptations, definitely more like music video styled stuff, like Motorious. I think that's how it's pronounced. No, I do not know the pronunciation of my own video title. I'm ready to move on to something else. I've been working on this for like almost 6 months. I started writing this in April of this year, but you know, like this freaking corporation is just lambasting me with claims of copyright, and just like they don't want you to see it. Like, I genuinely feel like that's what's going on here. Now, I don't know I don't think they have anything against me. I don't think that there's like any big plot twist where I was the villain all along for this company, but I'm sure you all can understand my frustration and just confusion about this borderline gatekeeping. Like, I would even be so bold as to say that. With that being said, what's gonna happen to the video? Is it being canceled? No, it is not, because it's 6 months of work. I'm not gonna let 6 months of work go to waste. Like, and other than the Rock and Roll Rocket, I have not done a lot this year. It's like it's jarring how much inactivity there's been. I was streaming yesterday as of recording this. I'm recording this on September 1st, 2024, and yesterday I was streaming, and somebody in the chat said that the release anniversary of the train is coming up soon, which it was released in France on like September 25th or 24th of 1964, and then in the UK somewhere in October, and then it saw a US release in 65. So I don't know if MGM wants me to wait until the movie is like done, until it's the anniversary of the movie, because that's when most people will be interested in watching it again, and then they'll want to look on the internet to see if there's anything they can find out about the movie. I don't know if they want me to wait for that. They certainly have not been communicative. Yeah, what I'm probably going to do is, up until then, I'm going to export a few more drafts of the movie, maybe, and I'll probably export one final draft on September 24th. And then if that doesn't get by, then what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to put out like a short little video recapping my entire journey of making this video. It's going to be very, 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 very short, with a Google Drive link. Now, that is not something that I wanted to do. I didn't want it to get down to like that I didn't want it to come to that. But if I want people to see this video, that might be like what I have to do. I can still get good reception. Like, if people really, really, really want to see it, they can just click on the Drive link. And I think, to my knowledge, you can still watch Google Drive videos while you're having it in the corner of your screen while playing a video game or doing whatever. And people can still comment under that, but it's not going to get the big premiere release that I was hoping it would have. So I'm not saying that like I'll forever give up on the video. Like, maybe every now and then I'll go back and try and see if any of the drafts get cleared. Because if that's the case, then I'll upload one of them, even if it's like 10 years after the Drive link has been put out. I'll probably still put out the video essay, just so there is a full version to watch that's watchable on YouTube, that's not downscaled by Google Drive or anything. Yeah, that might be what I have to do, because I want to work on other stuff, and like school's starting up again, and this advanced film class that I'm taking has it's taking up it's great, it's amazing, but it's taking up more time. So yeah, that's the status. That's what's gonna happen. In the next few weeks, expect maybe the video will come out, like as the video itself. But if September 24th happens and nothing and you don't see any results, you can expect a Google Drive link. So yeah, that's the situation. I apologize if you clicked off this video, because a lot of what I said is just like a bunch of gibberish. At least that's what it's felt like for me. For the past 20 minutes I've been recording this. There's going to be a few parts I need to trim, but yeah, that's what's happening right now. It's been great working on this video. I had a ton of fun working on it, and I've learned a lot of new stuff. So either about myself throughout this whole copyright situation, or about video essays. I'm probably there's definitely a lot of works on YouTube that I'll probably make a video about at some point. Like, just look at Tobias and the Half Pariah. I'm probably gonna make a video essay on that eventually, sometime in the next decade. But I'm probably not. And maybe if there's a book, I mean, I don't like reading, but if there's a book that I really like, I might do an analysis on that too. But I'm not gonna do any more video essays on like big industry-owned television shows or movies. So yeah, like it would have been nice. There's a lot of things that I would have liked to make videos on, but I don't want to waste a bunch of like time going through. Like, I don't want to waste a month doing copyright business. But yeah, that's what's happening. Thank you for being very, 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 ever so patient for this video. I don't really know how else to end this. I don't want to say be sure to subscribe or whatever, but yeah, that's just about everything I wanted to say. If you made it this far into this quote unquote update video that I just hobbled together, yeah, thanks for listening, and just not all hope is lost, but just like I would just expect the video to come out through a Google Drive link. Now, maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised, but I'm not holding out hope. Anyway, have a good one, guys.